Welcome to Alaya, a place to connect. Amchiak tun vishnaktaam se, Vishna no kranu, Vana kishon tebe no sa, Kelim no krishon dash neve, Kanano ksho, Dam klat no sheven no klase venja, Kenosa, Kenjosta kevinda, kat nakso. Jemni Krishna Dhamka Divinina Sarashutenaka Vinshotakai. It's wake up time for you to embrace the truth of yourself, not the truth of others. That's secondhand truth, but your truth as to who you are and what you're becoming. It's very important in these days to know yourself beyond what you've been told, what you've been taught, even what you've seen. For only you within yourself, as you awaken to the consciousness that you are, can you possibly know anything. The wisdom of humans is passed down through the ages, as they say. What is the reality, the actuality of this? The consciousness has been named in many ways, has been experienced in many ways. But the ultimate experience of the consciousness is you. You are the expression of that. To allow that, to allow yourself to be all that you can be, you have to move past your past. You have to expand beyond your present to contain the whole of your isness. The consciousness is all. There's nothing outside of that. And we are that. And therefore, we are all. A big bite, isn't it? To recognize that you are all. But to know that frees you up because you realize the past experiences, the judgments, the fears, the doubts, the lies, the limitations is all just stuff. Stuff that has shaped your life in a limited way. To let go of that is difficult because around you, everybody holds on to it. There's so many reminders of this limitation. So when one becomes unlimited, you become a stranger in this world. You may even become a stranger to those around you. For it's difficult for a being that is not evolved to recognize a being that is evolved because you can only see to the level that you are. I wish that we could pull off the shades, open the eyes, and see it. I've been trying for years to get you to see it. You're seeing by degree, but there's only a few of us that see. The rest of the world is blind. Blind to their self, blind to their potential, caught in beliefs and fear and disappointment and despair. The consciousness is beyond that, when one can embrace the whole of their self. We live in a world of conditions, beliefs, and concepts, and these are constantly forced into your field of awareness. The whole world around you is screaming and yelling in fear and anger and doubt, praying to whatever being they believe can fix it. But there is no fix it. There's only embrace it to totality of your being, and bring the full consciousness into that place. To be the consciousness is a big step, because as you become that, you see beyond the beliefs, the conditioning, you see beyond others, you see the lies that people tell themselves, the distances they place within themselves from who they really are. We all have parents to a degree, some degree, and they pass down what their parents had, but that's not the consciousness. It's limited. It's a limited expression. And beliefs muddle the whole question. Who am I? When you wake up to yourself, who am I? You begin to see that you're not what you believed yourself to be. You're not what others have said about you and what you are. No one outside of yourself can really know your true self. Makes it difficult in this world, because one begins to feel sort of alone, because you recognize that people don't see you. You're like an invisible being walking around doing stuff. You become a ghost in the world, a spirit walking around. To wake up, to become aware of your full potential is my aim. I wish to show you, to express to you, to inspire you to be that which is the totality of the consciousness as this speck that you are. It's sort of like every way around you is dark, points of darkness. And as you wake up to your true self, you become a point of light within that darkness. And you know, when it's totally dark, even a candle creates light. So, as you can allow yourself to become all that's possible. It sounds difficult because you realize that the mind, intellect, has a certain pattern that it keeps remolding you in. And so essentially, as you spring forward into your true self, you move beyond the mind intellect. It no longer has power over you, because it's the point of yourself that controls the beliefs and holds them in place. And in that way, we can say, I'll have no belief before me. Not to create this as a belief, but to experience it as the actuality of your existence. To do that, you simply have to trust yourself. Trust what that deeper knowing within yourself says. Not what the outside says, not what the past says. That is true liberation in the consciousness. To know that you are all right. There's nothing wrong with you. You just had experiences. The experiences do not make you. They can affect what you are because of your beliefs, but they cannot make you. They cannot distort the consciousness that you are. You just have to know that. I know it's hard to know because you look around and you see all this stuff. It's a very difficult time for humanity, for human beings. And so we realize that every point of light is so necessary in this world. The darkness surrounds us, tries to bury us, but as light, you cannot be diminished. You cannot go out. You keep getting brighter the more aware you are of yourself. We play a very important part for humanity because without that awareness, without what we really are, humanity is doomed. Wipe the slate, start all over. Why not start from now as the true light of existence, as the consciousness itself, to show the way to humanity by your actions, by your knowing, beyond belief. The consciousness is not a belief. It's an actuality. It's an energy of all. There is nowhere it's not. It is everything that exists. And that is unlimited. We just live in a limited perspective because we've been told that's what it is to be a human being. And those that tell us that don't know. They are only passing down beliefs and concepts and conditioning. Lies. The world lies to you to keep you in place. But when you realize you are the consciousness, those lies just flow off of you like water off of a duck. You can look at it that way. Repel the beliefs, the consciousness of conditions, to realize that you are more than the consciousness. Because you are the consciousness. There's no boundary or limit to you. So it's about allowing. It's about letting go. It's about daring to be all you can be, in spite of your past. In the beginning, you begin to forgive yourself for all of it. You forgive yourself for believing the lies. You forgive yourself for believing others that says you're worthless, you're less than. Because as the consciousness, you are more than, constantly becoming more. Consciousness is totally unlimited to this potential. That's the nature of being all. There's no boundary. There's no other place. There's no other thing. That is it. So you begin to realize that over the ages, the consciousness has been named various ways, been called various things. But it's time to call it for what it is and get past all the words, the conditioning, the beliefs, and concepts. To be free in this life is so important. Otherwise, you join the enslavement of humanity. And it's time to become free from that. Because you become a guiding point, a guiding light to the world as you trust what you are in yourself. If there's one person that's light, there cannot be total darkness. You can be that person. And the more one persons we become, we begin to be a right light, a light that shows the way for humanity to find itself again, for it is truly lost. So, wake up. Time to be all that you can be in this very moment. To allowing, to being, to existence.
Shantara says, thanks, Ishvara.
You're welcome.
and Anand and Slava say, thank you, Ishvara.
You're welcome.
And Todd says, such a powerful message. Thank you so much, Ishvara.
Thank you. Thank you for being with us today, and thank you for your love and your support.